Black American women are no competition, and that's how I got my man. That is what a lot of people think I said in one of my YouTube videos, which is going viral on all social media platforms at this moment.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. You already know what to do. Don't forget to get on Amazon, get that desired nutrition, get that pre-workout, and then for the post-workout, get those electrolytes plus BCAAs. Help you recover faster. Now, yeah, so I ran across this video. Actually, I ran across this video a while ago. The caption on it was Black American women are no competition. It was something like that. And when I heard the video, I was like, I went into the comments. I remember I went to the comments and I see all these, black women commenting, they were all upset, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, I didn't hear anything about black women in there. I heard her talking about American women in general, but I didn't hear anything about black women in particular. But, when people make up these captions, man, they start getting triggered, and I don't know, man. But she made a follow-up video to kind of clear the air, to see what she had to say.
Black American women are no competition, and that's how I got my man. That is what a lot of people think I said in one of my YouTube videos, which is going viral on all social media platforms at this moment. I mean, TikTok, X, YouTube, Instagram, whatever platform you're looking for, you would see my face with that caption on that video. And you cannot imagine, the shitstorm from certain women is like a really bad case of diarrhea right now. But luckily, at the same time, there are a lot of people who agree with my overall message, which is always any average man deserves a fit, cooperative, feminine wife, especially in today's modern society. But without any further ado, let's dive into the clip that got a lot of women upset and a lot of content creators paid. Let's dive into it.
If you just shut up. That no black woman's not competition for us. A German white woman, very beautiful, gorgeous. Oh, she trashing black women? I don't want to say she's trashing them, but she's putting them in their place. I'm just joking. She ain't said nothing bad about the black woman, did she? Nah. Well, be the judge. Let's look at the video.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young, it doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life. You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown because unfortunately a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Well,
but
ladies
they're
and
lying.
gentlemen, that was a snippet out of a whole YouTube video.
That's the thing. I didn't hear her say anything about black women in general. She did say something about the black family. She said something about the black family, but she didn't say anything about black women in particular. You know what I'm saying? So I I don't know where the confusion is exactly. Actually, I do know where the confusion is. People are reading the caption. They're reading the caption that said black women are no competition. She never said that. She didn't make that caption up. Somebody took her video and they created that, and they're trying to play on black women's emotions. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. It triggered a lot of people. A lot of women got upset, and they're like, wait a minute. What is she talking about? Why is she talking about black women? She has no place in talking about black women. Whether she has a place or not, she wasn't talking about black women. She was talking about her own situation, her own man, boyfriend at the time, who later became her husband, and how he appreciated her in the way that she was in their relationship. That's what she was talking about. And then she went on to talk about, how she's seen other types of families and her experience in America. That's what she was talking about.
Where I was talking about how my basic daily activities have impressed and impacted my husband's daily routine. I mean, it is just what it is. And you know what? A lot of women out there should apply that knowledge that I'm trying to give to you for free. Tell me, where did you hear me say that Black American women are no competition? I was not even talking about Black American women in particular. I never said anything like that I am better than them. I never said anything like I have better qualities than a Black American woman. No, I'm always talking about modern Western women in general. And by the way, a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who was listening with their ears instead of using their emotions, because when you compare the caption of the video that I didn't even put on the video to the words that were coming out of my mouth, the caption had nothing to do with the words that I was saying. I mean, honestly, I was talking about the American family structure, if you were able to get the message that I was trying to bring to you. Yes, I did say the average Black American family barely has a family unit. Not even in that statement, I generalized all Black families in America that they don't have a family unit. I lived in America for 2 years and I've seen a lot of messed up things in Black households, white households, and I very soon came to the conclusion, coming from a traditional household, that there is something seriously wrong that's going on in those households in America. And I was flabbergasted at the amount of disrespect an average American man would have to deal with coming from the woman of the household. I mean, these women, not only that they were disrespectful, they were lazy too. And I heard them speak a certain way to their children that had me in complete shock. I mean, I remember this one situation where this woman called her teenage son bitch, and I couldn't believe my ears. Even if that was supposed to be a joke in that moment, that word is doing something to that child. How is it going to grow up thinking it's okay that a woman is calling that boy bitch? I mean, let's be real. But enough
She
said.
spelled
Let's
it out
dive
at first
into
and
a
then she
few
said
comments
bitch.
of a couple of women under my video who have a lot of love for me. You know what? I love you too.
Yeah, so it didn't look like she was talking about black women in particular to me when I heard it. Because when I see a caption like that, I actually start listening. I start listening and I want to see, damn, well, I wonder what this lady, what she thinks she know about black women. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, she said something about the black family. Okay. I didn't hear her say anything about black women. Let me hear it again. Okay, let me hear it again. And I start reading the comments and I'm like, what are people upset about? I don't understand what they're upset about. She's talking about the traditions in America, whether it be black or white. But in her situation, she's actually dealing with a black man. So she's directly dealing with his family and what he deals with and what he dealt with, either growing up or whatever. Now, I will say, I mean, I can't speak for every black household, and she can't either. She actually said that herself, is that she's not talking about every black family. She's talking about the average black family. Now, me myself, we weren't a very tight-knit family like that, you know, because we grew up, I was a military brat, so we moved around a lot. Maybe if I actually stayed where my family was, where my family is from, if I stayed in Cleveland, then we would have been a little tighter, but not as tight as I've seen other people's families. You know, I've seen black folks' family that are way tighter than mine. You know, they have different traditions than my family. I've also been in other families, Mexican family households, Colombians, Cubans. You know, I've been in different types of Jamaicans, different types of households where they're different. They're a little tighter. Some are not as tight. Everybody's tradition is different, right? So I think that's what she was mainly trying to convey, is that people, if you think that all you have is this type of woman because you're this ethnicity, then there's other ways you can go if that's what you want to do. But there's some men that are just like, nah, I'm not dating outside my race, and that's cool too, you know, because that doesn't mean that every black woman that you meet is not going to be, you know, a traditional woman. I think she's speaking more of the average woman in the West. A lot of women, whether they're black, white, Latina, a lot of women are combative with men, or they ask you for advice. They don't listen to your advice. They're not letting the man be running the household. They want to run the household. It's just different. And you know, some things feminists have taught some people that, you know, and other things are like passed down. They see their mother treating their father this way, so what do? They go out and they try to get a man that's going to let them treat them the way that their mother treated their father. It's all generational stuff, and it all spoils over. But if you grew up in a household where your father was running the house, you know, pretty much what he says goes, you know, him and his wife, they talk about things, and ultimately the father makes the decision. The mother's kind of running the household, you know, she's keeping things in place. She's responsible for the love in the family, the nurture in the family. She's doing all this stuff that is not even asked of her. It's just sort of naturally the way she is, because maybe her mother was like that. That's going to be passed down to the daughter. And the same with the son. The son is going to see that. He's going to see what his mother does with his father, and he's going to want that in his life too. He's also going to see how his father carries himself in the house, and he's going to act as his father is, whether it be bad or good. He's going to act that way, most likely, you know. But there's the people that got triggered about this, you know. Some women, even though it wasn't about black women, some black women responded.
Why would that German woman eat us up like that? And when I say us, I mean us as black women. If you haven't seen the video, the woman came out, German women, talking about how black American women are no competition, like none at all. And she stood 10 toes on it, confidently said it. And honestly, y'all, there's no lies. Unfortunately, she felt comfortable saying that because it's true. We are not feminine women. We are not raised to respect, to be kind, to be nurturing, to be caring of our black men. And unfortunately, what they're doing, they're coming in and swooping them right on up, because we are leaving the door right on open. They know how to talk to men. They know how to treat black men. They know how to love them properly, how to support them properly. And they have no problem doing it. And my issue is, right, us as black women, we want to sit back and talk about, well, why we can't do it and why we can do that. We don't do it because we don't want to. And we're not taught to want to do it. We're not taught to respect men. And we know this is the thing, right? We know that there's men out here who black men who would prefer a woman of a different race. Got it. You know, it might be her hair, whatever. You know, the exoticness. I got it. But we also want to face the fact that black men are choosing women of other race because of our attitude. They don't want to deal with our attitudes. They don't want to deal with a masculine woman. So
Bingo.
instead of us trying to deflect and say, "Oh, it's about her hair, it's about her eyes," it ain't about that. It's about her attitude.
Yeah, so I like what she said right there. I like that she kind of corrected that, because a lot of times women think, oh, he likes her because of her hair texture, and she's exotic, this, that, and the third. It ain't that. Now look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and act like men are not visual creatures, man. That's what we are. You know, men are visual. So when we see somebody who is good looking, that's what we're gonna go for. Now there are some men, like I've talked about before, who are not going to date outside of their race no matter how good they look. They don't care how good the person looks. It's like, I'm a white man, I'm gonna be with a white woman. I'm a black man, I'm gonna be with a black woman. There's nothing wrong with that. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong with you dating outside of your race, if that's what you want to do. If you're not finding what you want in a woman inside your own race, and you want to date outside of your race, what's the problem? What's the problem? There's some men that are just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Well, that's you. That's you, and that's your business, you know? What she's saying is, it's not the hair texture. It's not their exotic features or whatever. What happens is, you may be attracted to that, right? That may initially attract you, but then on top of that, damn, she's not only that, she's actually really feminine too. She's nurturing. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. I don't have to fight with her. I've heard women say, I've heard Latino women say this, and I've heard black women say this. I want a man that can handle me. What man wants to handle a woman? No man wants to come home from work, do a 16-hour shift, 12-hour shift, dealing with their boss, dealing with other employees. Maybe you're in the military, maybe you're a police officer, maybe you're dealing with offenders, and then you got to go home and deal with your wife or your girlfriend. I'm not trying to be dealing with nobody. No, you come there your house is supposed to be your safe haven. That's a place you come for peace. That's what a lot of men want anyway. They want their peace. If you're not going to be his peace, then why are you there? You don't sound like a peaceful person when you're saying, I want a man that can handle me. Handle you in what way? Handle your attitude? And that's what she was talking about. She's like, men don't want to deal with no attitude. Whether you're black, white, Asian, or Latina, like nobody wants to deal with these attitudes, man. Men want, easy going. Some people look at the word submissive like, I have to bow down to you. I can't submit to you. I'm not bowing down to anybody. That's not what submissive is. Submissive is being agreeable. All that means is be agreeable. If you could be agreeable, that's gold for a man. He shouldn't be like telling you. He's not a dictator. He shouldn't be telling you what to do and do this, do that. Your woman is not your slave, right? You want somebody that is agreeable with you, that's going to not argue, not be combative all the time. Help with it. Be a helpmate. Is that not what a woman is supposed to be to a man? Are they not supposed to be helpmates? Or am I tripping? I don't know, man. But this caption right here, black woman addresses viral. The video where the white woman said black women are no competition. Again, she didn't say that. She didn't say black women are no competition. She said American women, the Western civilization, they're no competition to what I'm bringing, because I'm this, that, and the third. That's what she was talking about. So again, even though the caption was wrong and something that she didn't even write, this black woman actually took it in and said, you know what, maybe there are some changes that could be made to myself in particular, because I'm assuming she's talking about herself. She did say black women in general, but obviously not all black men or excuse me, not all black women are the same. They didn't grow up in the same households, but it's often found that some black women could be like this. Some white women could be like this too. Some Latina women can be like this too. So it's not just black women, it's the whole American culture here. We have all these different types of cultures that come here, and it's like a melting pot here, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of don't have like a solid one-way thing like you may see in Mexico or something like that. Like a lot of people in Mexico, a lot of people in let's say like the AEU or something like that, a lot of those women are going to be the same type of woman. You know, they're going to treat their men the same type of way because that is their tradition. You know what I mean? So again, take it for what it's worth. Don't get offended. Obviously people got offended, and it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like the video, press the like button. Also share the video. Appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next video.